In our physical dimension, time seems to be moving forward. At least that's how we experience it. We associate the change in days or in seasons, or even the fact that our body gets older every day with time moving forward. But what if I told you that time is way more complex than that? That's what we're going to explore in today's video. Time is relative. Einstein explained that brilliantly with the theory of special relativity, where he showed that time flows differently depending on how fast we are traveling through space. A popular example of that is if you go to outer space and travel in a spaceship at very high speed and then come back to Earth after some time, the people who stayed on Earth would have aged quicker than you, as the closer you get to the speed of light, the slower time goes by. This phenomenon is also called time dilation. But how does time behave beyond the physical world? We now know that not everything in the universe experiences time the way we do. According to physicists, anything that has a mass cannot go as fast as the speed of light, as any object with a rest mass, that can go motionless, gains in relativistic mass as it increases in momentum. However, photons are said to have zero mass, therefore they do not experience time. There is no such thing as time from the perspective of a photon. A photon might exist for billions or even trillions of years. It won't have experienced the time that elapsed between the moment it was emitted and the moment it will be absorbed again. So time is relative to where we are in space and how fast we're traveling through space, as well as how dense the matter that makes up our environment and ourselves is. So time is a dimension, right? You probably already know that. It is called the fourth dimension, and it interacts directly with our dimension, which is the third dimension, the space physical dimension, which together form what's called space-time. But what if I told you that time is an illusion? So this is called B-theory, aka eternalism, which is a more philosophical approach of time. It was made popular thanks to the English philosopher J.M.E. McTaggart, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, with his 1908 paper called The Unreality of Time. For eternalism, the past, the present, and the future all exist at the same time somewhere in the universe. The counter-argument of eternalism, of B-theory, is called A-theory or presentism. And for presentism, only the present moment exists. So past events do not exist anymore, nowhere in the universe. For eternalists, past events still exist, but we cannot experience them directly anymore. Same goes for future events. And one thing that could help us experience those future events and past events, according to eternalism, would be time travel. And when we think about it, that's something I came up with this morning, our mind could be a sort of time travel machine when we think about it. We could travel back through time to the past, thanks to our memories, and travel to the future thanks to our imagination. Now, of course, it wouldn't be the physical past or the physical future, but it would still be a glimpse of it. What if, and that's just a theory, but what if our mind could allow us to travel in time by just tapping onto this non-physical field of information that is time? I think the mind is way more powerful than we think. And I actually wanted to make a video in the future on the power, at least the potential power, of imagination. But let's go back to time, shall we? Eternalists basically consider the flow of time as an illusion of consciousness, as time exists all around us in the universe, but we cannot perceive it directly. Many physicists support B theory as it matches with other theories like special relativity or the brain cosmology or the ADD model, which are two theories related to the string theory. And I think that in our perspective, in our physical world, A theory or presentism would be more appropriate, but at the source of everything, at the quantum level. In my opinion, B theory could actually be more accurate. Quantum entanglement shows us that particles can exchange information with other particles on the other side of the universe, as if they were somehow connected. What if everything in the universe was made of information stored at the quantum level? Everything happening in both time and space and beyond, everywhere in the universe, would be stored in this possibly infinite cosmic plane of information. Now we know that the third dimension and the fourth dimension form what's called space-time. But how does time behave when it's on its own, in the fourth dimension alone? Maybe in a non-physical dimension, where everything is just pure information, there is no such thing as an end or a beginning. Maybe it contains infinite possibilities, because made-up terms like forward or backwards or left, right, up, down are just terms that we invented to better define the physical environment around us. It would hardly apply in a non-physical environment. And that is something we struggle to wrap our minds around. But it's still possible. Even space is relative. The wall is behind me, but I'm in front of the wall. The candle right here is on my left, but I'm to the right of the candle. It all depends on where you are positioned in space. Your whole experience relies on you and your perspective of your direct physical environment. Everything depends on the observer. And that is the magic of relativity. Now, another debate over time is endurantism versus perdurantism. Endurantism suggests that an object that continuously exists through time must exist at different times, and each instance of its existence is separated from other instances, from past or future instances. On the other hand, perdurantism suggests that there is only one single continuous reality, and that past events like childhood or teenagehood could be described as temporal parts of your life. Now, according to the ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus, you cannot step twice in the same river, as the water is not the same the second time around. Endurantists would agree with that. However, perdurantists would argue that it is possible to step twice into the same river by stepping into different temporal parts of it. So time is a topic that fascinates me. And if you're watching this video, chances are it fascinates you too. And there's so many theories out there on time. But today I just wanted to focus on the more philosophical aspect of time. If you'd like to see more videos on time, on other theories, different perspectives of time, or even videos on time travel, which I would love to make, please let me know by liking this video or even commenting down below. You can also subscribe to my channel to show your support. I'd be very grateful if you could do that. And I will see you very soon with a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye bye.